we get rolling with this week's episode, a couple quick announcements to make. First of all, I've been working really hard behind the scenes for the past month or so on the prints for my 2018 portfolio box set. The 2017 did really well. It was an edition of 125. It sold out in the course of about 6 months. The 2018 will be an edition of 200. I have not done the pre-order announcement yet, but it'll be coming at some point during the month of August. And if you guys want more information on that, if you go to my website, benhorne.com, if you scroll down to the newsletter sign up, if you sign up for the newsletter there, then you'll get the first information about when that will be available. Another thing too, I do offer portfolio critiques. This is something I've done for quite a while now, but I haven't really promoted it that much. But I recently redid that part about my website where basically people will submit a portfolio of 10 images. I sit there, write my initial thoughts on each photo, thoughts on processing, on composition, on the overall feel of the photo. And this is something, it takes me a long time to do. It takes me about 4 hours to sit there and power through one of the critiques. But it's kind of a cool process, and I learned something from it. I think the people who are having the portfolio reviewed, I think hopefully they learned something from it as well. So it's kind of a cool and unique thing. So if you guys have information, if you guys have questions about that, I've been talking too long today. If you guys have a question about that, it's under the services section on my website. But this week's video is all about my backpacking saddlebag setup, which is how I managed to carry my video kit and have everything very easily accessible. It's a really cool and simple way of carrying extra stuff. I hope you guys enjoy. What is going on, everyone? So in this week's video, I want to talk about a technique I've been using for the past, I don't know, like 3-4 years now when I go on backpacking trips in order to not only have room to carry a little bit more equipment, but to make that equipment accessible. So I should first say that I'm definitely not an ultralight backpacker. The majority of my pack is taken up by an 8x10 view camera, film holders, lenses, meters, all that sort of stuff I have to carry. And it's not necessarily very heavy equipment, but it's definitely rather bulky. And I like to stay very organized when I'm out in the field. So I usually have the sleeping pad, the sleeping bag, the bivvy, all that in the bottom part of the pack. Camera gear kind of in the middle part up against my back. Then up top in the lid is where I usually have food and all that sort of stuff. So I need to have access to my video equipment. I need to have access to stuff for like purifying water, all that sort of stuff. All these little small bits and pieces. So I came up with a way that works really, really well, because it not only allows me to kind of organize things, but to have fast access to it, which is really important when I'm out there, especially for video. Because if I see a scene that's really cool, I want to get on video. If I have to take off my pack in order to get to the video camera, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to end up with that video. So this is what I do. You guys might have seen me hiking around and having 2 of these black cases from Low Pro. Kind of, it looks like they're attached to my waist belt, but they're actually not. I simply put a carabiner on the back of it, and I can clip that to the front part of the straps of the backpack. Clip it on that, it's going to slide all the way down to the waist belt, really tuck in nicely to my side. So these cases are made by Low Pro. This is the Street and Field series. This is the Utility Bag 100 AW. It's pretty generous on the inside. There's a single divider in there. I wish that you can kind of move it around, but there's only one spot for that divider. But you can easily put a mirrorless camera with a lens on it in here. You can put a DSLR without a lens attached and have the lens and some other stuff on the other side. That's what I used to do when I had the Nikon setup. But for my video setup when I'm hiking, I have my RX100 from Sony in there, so super easy to get to. I also have like my audio recorder, my lavalier mic, extra batteries, extra memory cards, filters. I even have a little solar panel and a battery pack, but I keep that all in these guys right here. And it's really handy because these will be hanging right at my side, and whenever I want access to it, I just kind of lift them up. They slide right up that front part of the strap. I can open it up, get access to it, look right in there. When I'm done, you just let go of it. It drops right back down. I was looking for a system that has easy access to the equipment, but also so that those bags aren't getting in the way. It's not on a separate strap, kind of like digging into your neck or anything along those lines. And all the weight is transferred right to the waist belt, which is really, really nice. They do have a rain cover as well, which will go over the whole thing. I've used that on a few times, but the material is very durable on, by itself. These have seen a lot of use and abuse through the year. You see a little Utah clay stuck on them there. But what's really nice is that this stays with the backpack. So you take the backpack off and they're gonna just kind of stick to the waist belt there, but you can also very easily unclip them. So that's what I carry in one of those bags. This is my other bag that I carry with me. And this one's gonna have other stuff that's kind of important to keep decently protected and have access to. So a cooking pot in there is my stove. On the other side, some hand sanitizer, a tin filled with water purification tablets, sunscreen. I'd also put my satellite messenger in here. And then I just have to kind of keep track, know that my camera gear is on the right side, the stuff's on the left side. So it allows me to kind of stay organized. But I'm definitely a big fan of carrying stuff this way. Once the packs are kind of down below there, you don't feel any extra weight or anything along those lines. It stays really balanced. It doesn't get in the way of my arms as I'm walking with the trekking poles. So if you guys are looking for a way to carry a little bit more equipment, but also make it just so that equipment's accessible, definitely take a look at the utility utility bag 100 AW from Low Pro. And I'll have this linked to down below in the show notes. But I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you around next week.